So this is our revision. '14 and today is 12th November. Akhila, if there is something that you need to revisit, तो एक बार देख लेना video. I'll be posting it up again. Okay. Now we'll start with the question. This is your question. Okay. Now we'll try to solve this. So here you can imagine this your telephone bill low. You can even imagine it as what you say is electricity bill. वो भी imagine कर सकते हो. This thing in place of, you can imagine it as electricity bill. Take the number of calls, so in that case you can take it as number of electrical units consumed, calls made की जगह. Okay. So you can do it this way. So either of the four, that means you must have seen that once a month somebody will come to your house to just note down the reading of your electrical meters. They simply make a note of how many electrical units you have consumed this month, and then you will get a bill as per this breakup. Something sort of this will be there. I'm not claiming that this is the exact charges that you will be finding. It's just for the sake of sample. So it will be like for first, let's say I will take few scenarios. Okay. Case 1, when you have number of electrical units consumed or number of phone calls made is equals to 75. In that case, what will be your bill? Bill कितना होगा? You can see for first 100 calls you have to pay rupees 100. That means if your call is either if you make no calls at all, or if you do not consume units at all. Let's say for 1 month you were out of station and your house was locked and you did not even consume a single unit. In that case, can you tell government no, I'll not pay even a single rupee? No, because the minimum amount that you have to pay is rupees 100, and this amount you will pay up to 100 units of electricity consumed. Okay, so for first 100 unit, even if it is 0, you will pay 100. Even if it is 100, you will pay 100. So between 0 to 100, including both 0 and 100, whatever is your billing amount, what will be the amount that you need to pay as electricity bill or telephone call bill? What is it? Rupees 100. Okay. Let's say,
Sir.
So
like how much will it take for a single call, sir? How many units?
So one call equals to 1 unit. ऐसा assume
Okay.
करके चलो, ऐसा assume करके चलो. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
Let's not get into कि अब 1 minute cross हो गया तो second call भी count हो जाएगा. Let's not make it that complex. I'll write here. Assume that one call is equals to 1 unit irrespective of the duration of the telephone call. Irrespective of the duration of telephone call. Okay. Now यहां तक देख लिया हमने. So let's say if I tell you you made 137 calls, or number of electrical units consumed is 137. What will be your bill? Yes.
100 plus 100 plus the 37 into 1.25.
Okay. Anand believes the bill that you will have to pay will be for first 100 calls, 100 rupees, and for additional 37 calls, you will be charged at the rate of 1.25 rupees per call. Priyanka, what do you think? Is Anand correct? Okay. Okay, so Priyanka feels ki yeah, he is correct. So can we write it in a generic form like this will be equals to 137 no, units minus first 100 multiplied by 1.25. How did you get 37 there? That was the extra call that you made up and over 100. Okay. So units minus 100 किए थे तभी 37 आया था, right? Clear है यहाँ तक? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's say if you make units equals to 310, what will be your bill? बिल कितना होगा? या थिंक कोई बताओ. अनंत, पलक. Palak has not joined.
Sir.
What do you think?
हूँ मैं इधर ही हूँ.
हाँ सर बताओ तो. Palak, let Palak speak. What will be the bill?
मैं कैलकुलेट कर रही हूँ सर.
नहीं क्या, just tell me the expression, no need to calculate.
सर 100 कॉल्स के 100 लग जाएंगे.
100 calls के
फिर
और 100 units के 100,
100.
right?
हाँ. फिर 150 into 1.25.
फिर next 150 calls का you will
1.25.
1.25.
और फिर 250 हो गया. और बाकी जो कॉल होंगे उसके आगे वो into 1.75
plus remaining calls, that is first 250 का. Priyanka, just see here, you will understand ki where you gone wrong in your expression. Okay, so now how many additional calls you have made? देखो first 100 के लिए you have paid 100 rupees, then up to 250, that means next 150 calls, देखो number of calls is greater than even 250. Okay, क्योंकि first 100 then 150 के लिए you will be paying at 1.25. So that means for first 250 call we have already calculated here for first 100 call, then next 150 call. So this is above 250 because this is 310. Then you will write here units minus how many calls you have already calculated for 100 and then 150.
250.
That means 250 you have already calculated, and that you will have to pay at the rate of
1.75.
1.75. Good. Priyanka, tell me, is this expression clear? Ki why we did that 150 multiplied by 1.25 in the middle? Because you can see the number of units is more than 250. That means for next 150 calls, you will see that up to call 250, total number of calls up to 250, you will be paying above 100 as at the rate of 1.25. Then above that, for the next I think 60 calls, which you will get by units minus 250. Unit के बाद minus 250 क्यों किए हैं? Because 100 plus 150 you have already calculated the charges for that. This is for 100 call and this is for next 150 calls. So 250 calls you have already found the charges. Above 250, you will be paying at 1.75, and that extra additional units will be equals to units minus 250. Okay. Okay. Now, the fourth scenario will be, what if the number of units is equals to 693? What
बोलूं
will
मैं
be?
वापस
Sorry?
वापस बोलूं मैं
हाँ बोलो.
हाँ 100
100
plus 150 into 1.25
multiplied by 1.25,
plus 200 into 1.75
200 multiplied by 1.75,
हाँ बाकी यूनिट्स माइनस 350
units minus Q. How many calls you have already calculated? First 100 call, next 150, 250, and next 200, 450.
450
450.
450 into 2.25
2.25. ये बताओ, all the four scenarios, is it clear to everyone कि how we arrived at the bill? What this question means? देख लो. Everyone. कीर्तना is there? हाँ ठीक है. प्रशांत. Yes, Prashant, you were also. You were also correct. उसको जो -150 -100 -200 की उसको डायरेक्टली ऐड करके you can write 450, but yes, your underlying logic is absolutely correct. Okay. Good. ठीक है. कीर्तना is not joined, right?
Sir, I am there. Can you hear me?
तो समझ में आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir. Got it. I spoke earlier actually. I
अच्छा,
said
you
yes.
spoke. Okay, you spoke earlier also. Okay. ठीक है. So now how we will write program for this? What we will do in our programming is, first what you have to ask from the user, take number of calls or electrical units consumed for a month as input. Okay, so what we are going to do here is, we are going to take units, how many units or how many calls, whatever you are finding, take a similar or some sensible meaningful identifier name. Units is equals to, now you do not consume a fractional unit or you do not make a fractional call, so you will take it as int, and then you will write input. Please enter the number of electrical units consumed. Electrical units consumed. Okay, right? Then you will check. Now there may be various cases depending on whether the number of calls is less than 100 or more than 100. तो उस तरह करके हम लोग check करेंगे. So what we will write is, if units, that is the number of n units, is less than equals to 100. Okay, if the number of units is less than equals to 100, then your bill will be 100 only, because
100
because we have seen up to 0 to 100 including both, whatever number of calls you make, you will be charged only ₹100. Okay, it's not per call nahi diya hua hai yahan pe. Okay, so that is a fixed amount that you have to pay. Okay, so what I'll write here, this is fixed amount. Okay, fixed amount up to 100. 100 calls or units. ठीक है, calls तो ठीक है. Okay. अभी हटेगा कैसे? हाँ, right. So now, so if the number of units is less than equals to 100, okay, so you can also add one more check. क्या कर सकते हैं और इसको साउंड बना देंगे प्रोग्राम को. मान लो कोई नेगेटिव यूनिट दे दिया तो if units is less than 0, you will write, just a minute, you will write print units cannot be negative. Okay. LF units, up 0 number of units is not negative, that is not less than 0, then it will be either 0 or more than 0. So we do not need to check this condition if number of units is greater than equal to 0 and units is less than equals to 100. ये पूरा लिखने की तो जरूरत नहीं है. क्यों? Because it is obvious that if it has come in LF, that means number of units is of course greater than 0. That means greater than equal to 0. So what I'll do is I'll only write, okay, I'll only write LF units is less than equals to 100, then your bill will be computed as rupees 100. अगर 100 से भी नहीं है छोटा, then that means, do we need to write units greater than 100 or greater than 100 and units less than for next 150, that means up to 250. So वो लिखने की जरूरत नहीं. If it has come in LF, that means the call number of calls is okay, just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah. So LF we can write for next 150 means number of calls or number of electrical units consumed up to 250, the bill will be क्या है up to 250 तक क्या है bill 100 plus units minus 100 into multiplied by 1.25, 100 plus units minus 100, because for first 100 you have already calculated the fixed amount, that is 100, and then for additional units above 100 up to 250 you will be paying at the rate of 1.25. Is it clear? We have not written this form because that would have been unnecessary. We could have also written like this: LF units is greater than 100 and units is less than equal to 250. ये भी लिख सकते थे, but in that case this portion would have been unnecessary because it has come down because units was not less than 100, less than or equal to 100. Therefore it came to this LF. नहीं तो यहीं रुक जाता, this would have calculated and then it would have come out of if LF structure, if LF else structure. So this would have been unnecessary. Therefore we have written the shortened form ignoring this up to and part. Okay. Then you will write LF up to फिर कितने calls तक, first 100 to 150, then next 200 calls तक. That means up to call number 150 and above 250. Okay. क्या भेजा? C is greater than equals to 0. Shashank, that is correct. That is, देखते हैं, एक मिनट रुक जाओ, पहले ये सॉल्यूशन कंप्लीट करते हैं, देन वी विल सी योर सॉल्यूशन. Okay, then up to greater than 250 but less than 450, it will be here. You will write, that is automatically assumed if it has come to this elif, that means calls are of course greater than 250. So we'll not write this part units greater than 250, we'll only write units less than equals to 450. क्यों? देखा होगा तुमने क्वेश्चन में, फॉर फर्स्ट 100 call it was 100, up to next 150 call, that is up to the total number of calls as 250, you will be having different structure. Then next above 250, next 200 calls will be charged as 1.75. Correct, huh? 1.75, and then thereafter after 450 it will be charged at the rate of 2.25 over and above 450. So we'll write bill is equals to 100 plus 150 multiplied by 1.25 plus then you have number of units minus 450. Why? Because sorry, not 450, 250, because for first 250 calls you have already calculated for 100 fixed 100, and then for 150 multiplied by this, and then that will be not that will be all for this line. And then for the calls above 450, that means thereafter, that means above 450, each call will be charged at the rate of 225. This is the last case, therefore we'll write else, because that is the only obvious case remaining, we will write bill is equals to 100 plus 150 multiplied by 1.25 plus 200 multiplied by 1.75 plus number of units over 100, 150, 250 plus next 200 cause 450, the number of additional units over 450 multiplied by 2.25. Once you are done, you will come out of if else structure. In the same line of if else, you will write print, that is outside this structure. Outside this structure, you will write print bill. Is it clear? ये प्रोग्राम एक बार देखो, तक मैं शशांक का देखता हूँ क्या किया है. Calls is less than 100, print amount is okay 100. If the calls is greater than 100 and less than 250 multiplied by s, कर सकते हो शशांक, but what I will say is you are checking greater than 100 again, फिर then greater than 100 and greater than 200 and less than, that is not necessary, because ऊपर वाले conditions fail हो रहे हैं, then only you are coming to elif part. Okay, and if के अंदर if डालने की जरूरत नहीं है. After first if, from second if onwards you can start writing जैसे मैंने किया है, if elif else ऐसे करके. Your solution is also correct, I'm not saying not wrong, but there are certain parts which you can get rid of and make your program more precise and comprehensive in terms of matching the conditions in elif again and again. कि 100 से ही भरा है, अरे वो 100 से क्यों बार बार चेक कर रहे हो, because it has already come down, because it has failed above cases, so you don't need to check it again and again. ठीक है, you can shorten your solution this way. ठीक है, बस simply जो I don't need to check this, यही तो मैं लिखा हूँ unnecessary part, else your solution is correct. ठीक है, okay, here send some other solution. ओके, ठीक है, वही चीज है. ओके शशांक, इफ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दैट इज वेरी गुड.
Sir,
हाँ,
so in the last select statement, then that last part unit minus be multiplied by 1.7. For that units we
just a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. बता तुम लोग को दिखता कैसे नहीं है? आई हैव मिस्ड आउट, बट यू कुड हैव रिटन, यू कुड हैव टोल्ड मी. गुड, ठीक है. नाउ इट इज फाइन आई गेस फॉर एवरीवन. अब तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है इसमें.
यस.
ओके, दिक्कत है? ठीक है.
नहीं.
नाउ विल सी सम अदर क्वेश्चंस. फिर ये सारे प्रोग्राम कर सकते हो. क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 देखते हैं. ये कर लोगे? क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. राइट अ प्रोग्राम टू एंटर द एंगल्स ऑफ अ ट्रायंगल एंड प्रिंट इट्स टाइप, acute, obtuse or right angled.
हाँ, इजी है.
Enter the angles of a triangle. So three angles you will take as A1, A2, A3, angle 1, angle 2, angle 3 from the user. You will also make sure that the sum of the angles should not be greater than 180, in which case you will write invalid triangle. ठीक है? And then if it is, चलो करते हैं. If we are solving the programs, then let's solve. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. ठीक है. Let's suppose this is our question. Ignore this question number 11 thing. Right. How we'll solve it? Solution होगा इसका. You will accept three angles from the user. A1 is equals to, int नहीं लिखेंगे, angle can be in decimals also. So we'll write float, enter first angle. ST वैसे तो नहीं लिखाएगा. First angle
सर
of the
आपने
triangle.
आइडेंटिफायर क्या लिया है?
A1, angle 1. Of the triangle.
सर इनपुट नहीं लिया.
Oh. Enter first angle, बस इतना ही लिखते हैं. Enter first angle. Then you can write similarly A2, इसी तरह लिख लेना. A3, same way. Okay. Then you will check also if A1 plus A2 plus A3 is greater than 180, then what you will do? Print invalid triangle. Elif नहीं तो, if it has come to here, that means of course the sum of the angles is less than equal to 180. Okay, तब यहाँ पे चेक करेंगे. क्या था क्वेश्चन में? हाँ, टाइप acute, obtuse and right angle. Acute कब होगा ट्रायंगल? When will the triangle be acute? अच्छा चलो, when will be the triangle be right angle? Right angle कब होगा?
When it has one angle as 90 degrees.
When it has one angle as 90. So if any one of the angles is greater than, is it possible to have two angles at the same time as 90?
नहीं.
No, sir.
No. ठीक है. So we'll start with right angle. चलो. So if LF A1 is equals to 90. एंड नहीं लिखेंगे, एंड लिखेंगे तो मतलब सबको 90 होना पड़ेगा, इसलिए और इफ आइदर A1 is equals to 90 or A2 is equals to 90 or A3 is equals to 90, if either of the three angles is 90, then we will print right angled. Okay. LF. अब देखो ट्रायंगल वैलिड भी है एंड ट्रायंगल इज नॉट राइट एंगल, सो आइदर ऑफ द पॉसिबिलिटी इज आइदर इट कैन बी
लेस देन 90 या मोर देन 90.
एक्यूट और ऑब्ट्यूस. सो ऑब्ट्यूस कब होगा?
लेस देन 90, अगर कोई एंगल लेस देन 90.
तो ऑब्ट्यूस कहते हैं.
नहीं एक्यूट कहते हैं.
ओके मैं वही पूछ रहा था ऑब्ट्यूस कब होगा.
मैंने
When-
एक्यूट सुना, मैं एक्यूट का बता रही थी.
can there be, is there a possibility that more than one angle can be at the same time, more than one angle can be more than 90?
नहीं.
No, sir.
नहीं, possibility
No,
नहीं है. No. So we'll check then obtuse. So if it has come in this LF, then that means it is a valid triangle and it is at the same time not a right angle triangle. Then we'll check obtuse. So LF A1 is greater than 90 or A2 is greater than 90 or A3 is greater than 90, then what you will print? Obtuse angle triangle. Angle triangle. और अगर वो वैलिड ट्रायंगल है and at the same time it is neither a right angle triangle nor an obtuse angle triangle, then what is the only possibility remaining?
Acute.
Acute. So we'll write only else, because it is but obvious that if none of the above cases apply, then only possibility remaining here is it is acute angle triangle.
Sir,
Hmm.
what if one angle is 21, other is 91, and the other is whatever is remaining? It's both acute and obtuse, right?
नहीं, ऐसे नहीं बोलते हैं अनंत. मैथ्स का डेफिनेशन नहीं पढ़ो ट्रायंगल का. इफ वन एंगल हैज मोर देन 80, एंगल इज नॉट एक्यूट एंड ऑब्ट्यूस. ट्रायंगल इज आइदर एक्यूट और ऑब्ट्यूस. Okay. So on the basis of angle you do not मतलब on the basis of angle you clarify, but each angle wise you do not say कि whether this angle is acute, this angle is obtuse. If one of the angle is greater than 90, then the whole triangle will be called as obtuse angle triangle. We won't go and call angle wise. Okay, angle one is obtuse, another one is acute, and another one is also acute. ऐसे नहीं बोलेंगे. ठीक है? Whole triangle will be called.
That is on basis of one angle.
हाँ, on the basis of one angle only.
Okay, sir.
Here you can see, अब तो सारा एंगल तुम्हारा less than 90 ही होगा ना, if it has come here. In else if it has come, then that means neither of the angles is 90 nor neither of the angles are greater than 90. So that means it is all angles are less than 90 only, and it is also a valid triangle. Okay.
Okay.
Now solution देखो, if you are the solution. Okay. Shashank, I'm not sure in what context you mentioned 120, but my only thing is you have understood or not. Okay. सब कोई बताओ. If it is clear. Okay. ठीक है. अच्छा मैक्स एंगल ठीक है ठीक है. Okay. Good. Fine. So what I'll do is I'll not stretch any further. I'll just write a few questions that you can try. Priyanka, समझ में आया ना? Is it clear? Okay, because you have not informed. ठीक है. So what I will do is, in this question only, I'll paste these questions. लास्ट वाला क्वेश्चन छोड़ देना, नो नीड ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके, बस ये वाला क्वेश्चन तक देखो. चलो एक लास्ट ही क्वेश्चन है, कर लें क्या 2 मिनट्स में?
नहीं
ओके सर.
नहीं नहीं, देख लेते हैं.
सर होमवर्क करके आएंगे ना.
अच्छा, होमवर्क करके आओगे, चलो ठीक है. ठीक है, चलो ये लास्ट क्वेश्चन देख लो. मतलब देख लेना क्वेश्चन नंबर 12. आई जस्ट पेस्ट इट. This is your question. Okay. Another question एक देख लेना. Write a program to enter the
है क्या?
what happened, Palak? You said so. And display its type. Its type. Type क्या क्या हो सकता है? Possible types are scalar, isosceles, spelling पता नहीं क्या है, देख लेना. Equilateral. Also check the validity. ट्रायंगल का वैलिडिटी कैसे चेक करते हैं? If the sum of two sides is greater than the third side, then the triangle is invalid. Or sorry, triangle is valid. Triangle. अगर triangle valid होगा तभी display its type. If it is invalid, then simply print invalid. ठीक है? ये दो क्वेश्चन देख लेना. क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 means user will enter two numbers. ठीक है? User will enter two numbers. Let's say n1 and n2. And user will also enter an operator as a string. Operator as a string. An operator can either plus, minus, multiplication or division. Using this two numbers and the operator, if user enters, let's say example, if user enters n1 is equals to 3 and n2 is equals to 4 and character that you are asking as input as multiplication, then you should display output should be n1 multiplied by n2 should be your output. That means output should come as 12. ठीक है? ये दोनों क्वेश्चन करके आना. ठीक है? We are almost done with this. After the discussion on these two questions, we will start with for loop का revision. Okay? So I'll stop here.